Well, shit, Nick, let's give a little origin story. We had someone leave us a comment, say, hey, man, I'm digging the podcast. I appreciate you. Name slipping me right now, a few comments, but through the Joe Rogan haters, I found this guy, and he has a cool channel. We need to subscribe to him, but just said, hey, like, I'm digging it, but what are you guys' background? What do you guys do for work, family, etc.? So,
you know what? Coincidentally, Jay, let me first start off with this. I was at work today, and me and Jay had talked about getting this podcast going, and I got a notification today that said record first podcast with Jay, and it's gonna be the origin story. And I was like, oh, damn, we were supposed to start this podcast today, the very first episode.
This was supposed to be our first episode. We're going to have months of preparation, buying equipment, and COVID fucked that up.
COVID fucking came and just put a wrench in shit.
So we said, let's just fucking jump on Zoom and knock this out. So our first 8 episodes, I think our first 7.
Were they?
We're Zoom, yeah. Definitely up to 6, possibly 7. I think 8 was the first one in studio. 8 or 9, maybe 9 or 10. I don't know, but the last 4 or 5 has been in studio. But yeah, I'm glad we started because we got this ball rolling.
You know what? A lot of this stuff doesn't get seen behind the scenes, right? But there's a lot of work that goes into this, and this is, man, we've 3 months into this program, and we're doing damn good. So when I got that notification, I was like, oh shit, like this is cool, man. We're already 3 months into it, got over 65 videos on YouTube. And we were supposed to record our first today. So we're
ahead of the game.
We're ahead of the game.
This is awesome.
And you know what? We can't thank you guys enough for liking our videos and commenting our videos and keeping us up to date. Because, again, we get some shit wrong sometimes. And we appreciate when you guys log on and talk to us about the program and maybe what we can do better. And yeah,
shout out to the Water Tower Posse. You want to join the Water Tower Posse? Get at us. The Water Tower Posse, the OGs, the #1 episodes, our Lindsay crew, our Sac crew, our just California crew in general. We know some of you guys have been watching since day one. Welcome to the Water Tower Posse. We got to do something special for you guys.
Word up.
Hey, watch these Joe Rogan haters, or lovers, whatever. But, all your guys' support, thank you so much. And fucking rocking shit. We were talking about possibly getting some interns if you're in the Sacramento area and you like working for a couple beers. We might need to get some interns because... Well, let's tell us how this start, Nick.
We need a Jamie.
Yeah.
Come on, intern Jamie.
I think we said that the last 3 episodes.
But yeah, you know what, man? It was interesting, Jay. I got a phone call in January. No. This is December. I got a phone call in December or a message. Jay Yoder. Haven't talked to this motherfucker in 8 years, maybe?
That's me, Jay Yoder.
9 years? 10 years? When was the last time we talked before that, Jay?
Nathan, a friend of ours, just posted a picture of us out on the balcony at Crawdaddy's it's a bar in Visalia, California. And all 3 of us are out there, and I think that was probably it.
Was that the last time?
That was years ago.
Man, that was almost a decade ago. So I get a random call, December, or a message. Hey, Nick, I know you're in Sac. You've been out there for a while. I'm thinking about moving out there. Can you show me around some neighborhoods?
From San Francisco.
Yeah. So Jay, moving from San Francisco, calls me up and says, hey, I'm thinking about going out there. And then, so he came out. We had dinner, showed him around some neighborhoods. And next thing you know, he texted me mid-January? Before
I moved here, we met. Yeah.
No, when you finally got the spot.
I moved here in January and just told my girl I'm done with. I got in a homeless fight, a bunch of bad stuff. San Francisco life, the city life will eat you up. And just going through it, and I was like, what am I doing? I'm just paying all my rent to the landlord on the commute, the train, dealing with the meth heads, the bums, the crime, the lack of police enforcement, and the government officials. So let's get the fuck out of San Francisco. I spent 8 years here, love it and hate it.
Right.
And in my 30s, I'm over it. So we moved to Sac, and that's when I hit you up. And we sat down, and you approached me. I don't know if you remember this. You approached me and said,
Bar West.
I was like, Bar West?
Shout out to Bar West.
That's where it started. But me and my girl there, just me with you, we're in for the weekend looking at places. And you were just like, were like, Jay, I kind of want to do something you're doing. And I'll be honest. I was like, fuck. I'm slammed with work. My life's chaotic. I'm trying to make it simpler here in Sacramento. Right? Well, sure enough, you mentioned, I kind of want to do something you do or you have experience in, which you didn't know I didn't have too much experience in this, but a little. But I'm a graphic designer and web designer by trade. Nick, a business owner.
Yep. Auto detailing company.
Yeah, do some car detailing. Runs and owns his own business, which is awesome. Been running for years.
Right, 6 years.
And you're like, I want to get into making marketing videos for businesses. And I thought, God, that sounds dull. God, I'm trying to be more in San Francisco. I feel like I was pretending to be someone, a techie or whatever. I was a bartender. I just had to do what I had to do to survive. But it was like, man, I'm trying to be more expressive, more creative, more myself, get a little more space here in Sac.
And I was having nachos that day. I just remembered. I think you had tacos.
And beer. But then I was like, fuck, I want to start a podcast. Start a podcast and let's do marketing videos too.
That's what started it. I remember that conversation clearly, Jay. And that's when it started. And so, yeah, I mean, it was another one of those conversations that I have with many people, actually. Maybe you've had the same conversation with people, but it just seemed to click differently. It was, haven't heard from this guy in fucking 10 years, and he's talking about a podcast. I've always wanted to start something very similar. It's like, bam, let's do it.
Well, yeah, and I've always heard throughout the years that you're like starting businesses, and I'm super into entrepreneurship, and that you had these mood boards and goals on the wall. And I said, hey, that sounds like me a little bit. I need to see what's up with this motherfucker. So then I move here and I end up in your garage and we're just blazing a blunt. And I start looking at your books. I'm like, dude, I read some of the same authors, and you like conspiracy books and the Japanese samurai. What's his name? I'm blanking.
Oh, I'm blanking too. God damn it, Jay.
The
5 rings.
The 5 rings? Shit. Or bad representation. Whatever. Some samurai guy that's a badass that Joe Rogan suggested. That's how I heard about him. I don't know how you heard about him.
A friend of mine from San Francisco, actually. A different friend. Mm-hmm.
You have another friend from San Francisco? I'm
sorry, Jay.
Bullshit. I'm your only friend.
But, great book. Yeah, you're right. I remember that too. And yeah, for sure. We it started just clicking pretty quickly. And I think, it stems all the way back from Lindsay, California, right, Jay?
Yeah, we grew up in a small little agriculture town between Bakersfield and Fresno in the Central Valley of California, the San Joaquin Valley, along the foothills.
That's what you got to say every time, right? It's like, oh, from Lindsay.
Where?
Oh, I don't know where that. Oh, Visalia? I don't know. Oh, Tulare. There's a big ag show there. I don't know. Okay, we're about a half an hour south of Fresno. Oh, yeah. I know where Fresno's at.
Yeah. If I just say between Fresno and Bakersfield. Right. Yeah. They're like, Lindsay, who's that bitch?
Right.
And I'm like, oh, she's a nasty bitch. Dirty, nasty bitch.
Had her for many years.
Yeah. But we grew up there. Rough town, fun town.
Small town.
Predominantly Hispanic town.
Mm-hmm. Graduating class of 300.
Yeah, 2003.
2003. Shout out. But yeah, that just gives you an idea of how small that population was. I think at the time it was 11,000 population in the city, 10,700 or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 10,000, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is now.
I don't know what it is now either.
I missed it in San Francisco. I missed the Budweiser and the 100-degree weather and the dirt. I missed the toughness, the toughness. And then I didn't want to move back there though. Like, I don't know why. It's a little too small. I experienced it. I kind of was looking for something new. My girl, she was actually down to move, but she wanted to be close to San Francisco because that's where her family's at. And Sac just seemed in between, kind of a good spot.
Right. It's that small city, big city with a small city feel.
Yeah, exactly. The nature. And it feels very valley to me. It's the most valley place I've ever lived that's similar to Lindsay.
Right. Yeah, there's definitely pockets that remind me of the Central Valley for sure. But we have some nice rivers, and we got a downtown that's not too big, but it's not small.
Yeah.
And it's a cool city, man. I like it.
Yeah, I always thought it was like a Fresno #2, but I disagree. I know it's changing a lot too, but COVID kind of, let's see what happens after COVID, but it's definitely I like it way better than Fresno.